Chaos. Zoinks, chaos. Okay, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine.
This is fine.
Actually, everything's fine.
Why do I even bother?
How you doing, everybody? Andrew Scott, and you are back at the VO Booth Camp. And today, I get to road test a new mic. And I get to road test a new mic that I've been kind of interested in for a little while, ever since I heard a little bit of talk about this microphone. Now, this is one of those situations where I have to come out and make a declaration, and that is the company that manufactured this microphone sent it to me for free, but as is always the case, they get no consideration in this video. They don't tell me what to say about it. And all my opinions of this are my own. And if there are bad things about it, I'll tell you that too. And the manufacturer doesn't see this video until you do. And so having said all that preamble, this is the FIFINE K688 broadcast dynamic microphone. This is aimed towards podcasters, quite obviously by its look. Now, first off, as you can see going into the back there, this is an XLR microphone. But as is getting pretty common these days, this is not only an XLR microphone, this is an XLR and a USB microphone. Now, I have a sneaking suspicion that we're going to be seeing more and more offerings in the mic world like that. Obviously, right now, I'm testing this in XLR mode. I'm going to be linking down in the description as soon as it's available, a compatriot mic reviewer of mine who does a XLR USB comparison on the same mic. Really cutting to the quick and to try to make this a short video, I like the form factor of this microphone. I like the fact that it's not trying so hard to be an SM7B. It's kind of got its own thing going on. It does have the integrated shock mount, and yeah, to be fair, this is a FIFINE microphone, and it's a lot of plastic. However, it's nicely done plastic this time. I've had FIFINE microphones in the past that were pretty, they radioed their quality level. This has got a little better look to it, and you can tell that they were obviously taking into consideration the fact that this microphone, for the most part, was probably going to be on camera when somebody was streaming with it. And of course, this microphone comes with the things in the box that you'd expect. It's got a USB-C cable. It's got the instructions here, which are kind of interesting in that, yeah, I'm just confirming this. They actually shout out and visually give props to Audacity in their instructions. But I also feel that that is indicative of where they're aiming this mic at. They're aiming this mic towards streamers and for people who just need a halfway decent microphone, maybe for Zoom calls. But the truth of the matter is, if you listen, this is a pretty good sounding microphone. There are some interesting areas in the frequency response curve that you'll see here. I'll put it up. You can tell that they are going for that broadcast sound, right? Okay. The broadcast sound quite often means pretty significant proximity effect or faked proximity effect. But overall, I like the way this mic sounds. The big question here at the VO Booth Camp, of course, is, could you do VO with this? And the answer is easy. Yeah, you could. Now, of course, the actual question is, would you want to? And there, I would say no, okay? This microphone, and, it's pretty evident by its design what it's for. This is for streaming, and this is for broadcasting or podcasting. The hype on the low end of this, really for me, as far as consistent VO work goes, that's a bit of a deal killer. It's pretty pumpy sounding down on the bottom end. And I'm running this through my Rodecaster right now with absolutely no processing on it. I'm just using it to capture. And again, it's a serviceable sound. It is a completely serviceable sound. And as far as voiceover goes, if you were actually specializing in that kind of broadcast sound, you could probably get away with this. And I use the term get away with kind of gently, because the thing that I'm hearing in this microphone is that its self-noise is actually pretty decent. And the rejection that this microphone gets is pretty good. I mean, I'm talking down the business end right now, but, and pardon the handling noise, you know, this is what it sounds like over on the side, right? And I mean, side, this is side rejection. And then, of course, back here, well, if you're using a mic back here, what are you doing? But overall, I like the sound of this mic. I can tell that they've done work on the capsule. The last FIFINE microphone that I had that was supposedly a broadcast microphone, when I pulled it open, the capsule was really small. This, you can tell, has a better capsule in it. It has a better resonant tone to it as you speak into it. And interestingly, you know, if you followed me here on the booth camp for any length of time, you know that my big announcer voice is normally in the morning, and I lose a lot of my proximity effect presence in the afternoon. Well, it's the middle of the afternoon here right now, and I like the bass that I'm getting from this microphone, roughly around from 200 hertz and below. It's a nice, rich bass without it being needlessly rumbly, you know? And to give you an idea, I just heard a garbage truck go by outside. Did you hear anything? So this is just kind of going back to the let's stop slamming mics and brands without actually experiencing what they have to offer. Truth of the matter is, technology and technological improvement is kind of following Moore's law. Everything gets better, considerably better, every 18 months or so. Be honest with me. When was the last time you checked out a FIFINE microphone? Yeah, I kind of thought so, right? Look, if you're limited in funds and you have a number of things that you want to accomplish with your microphone, there is no good reason to save up all your pennies for some $400 Wonder mic when something like this sounds this good and gives you the option of both XLR and USB, and frankly, looks kind of nice. As a matter of fact, and I know that this is kind of an odd compliment, but I like that slate gray nose on here instead of your traditional black. I think that looks nice. But what do you think? I mean, what do you think about how it sounds? Again, I'm doing absolutely nothing by way of processing. I won't do anything in post except maybe adjust the gain a little bit. I am out in my space. I am not in my booth. And I'm going to go quiet here for just a second. And we're going to pump up the floor to kind of see what this noise sounds like. I will say that my COB light is on and it has a very quiet fan in it. So give a listen and let's see what this sounds like. Overall, I think FIFINE did a really nice job with this microphone. Have realistic expectations. The shock mount is very plastic. The housing is kind of plastic. Everything else about this just says, I am what I am. I'm a decent mic, I sound decent, and I give you some options. That's no bad thing. Stop turning your nose up to brand names because everything is changing really fast right now. And there's a good chance that there's something out there for you that you can afford that somebody else has already turned their nose up at simply because of the name. Anyways, I'm Andrew Scott, and this has been the VO Bootcamp. See you later, everybody. Bye-bye.